Okay, question. How can you tell if a candidate or an elected official is really a supporter of unions and organized labor? How can you tell if they really will represent the interests of working class people? It's common in election cycles that everyone who aspires to office, to enter it or to keep it, will try to court the favor of the local unions. This is because, despite the overall decline of the American labor movement in general, many of the local unions still hold power, and they still hold influence and sway, especially over their members, especially during election years. So it makes sense that those who aspire to office would want the favor of their local unions. But how can you know for sure if that person who stands in front of you in certain settings and makes bold claims about their support of union labor and talks perhaps about awarding this or that contract to this or that company for this or that job and how we need to keep our work local and we need to keep it union, how can you know if that person is being forthright with you? I submit that the answer is this, and I encourage you to do this during this and every other election that you ever are a witness to in your life. After that person stands up there and they give their stump speech and they say those things and they make those claims, you go up and find them and you ask them point blank, would you support the efforts of workers who are currently non-unionized to organize their workplace now? Any industry, any trade, any workplace setting, any skill level of workers, would you throw your hat behind them? Would you speak out publicly in support of them? And if they blink, if they hesitate, if they pause at all in response to that question, there you know that you have someone who is just mouthing words and who is not actually a supporter or a fan of organized labor. Because if they were, they would say yes to that question without batting an eye. Yes, I am pro-worker. Yes, I will represent the interests of working class people as a priority. Ask any candidate in this election or any other that question. See what they say. That will tell you if they're really a supporter of the unions.